Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. Downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view. There's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view. There's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view. There's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view. There's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view. There's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
Good morning, Frederick. Today is Thursday, August 22nd, and I'm your host, Dani Gurry. We continue our look back over the last 100 shows with Serina from Dublin Roasters and Sandra, Candles by B&L, which was my first ever interview. Also, I asked all my guests the top 3 things they love about Frederick, and we'll play their responses. Also, we've got Nick from We Help You Move and Ashley from Tree Trekkers. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are well on our way to 1,000 subscribers. We'd like to reach that by September. And I'd love to welcome all the new subscribers. So please share the YouTube channel. Ask your friends to subscribe. It's great content. If they live in Frederick, it's going to be very valuable to them. Good Morning Frederick merch is available. You can stop into the home of everything Frederick at 401 North Market Street and pick up a 20-ounce travel mug or a t-shirt, hat, sticker, or magnet. Remember, every time you purchase Good Morning Frederick swag, I use the proceeds to donate to local causes. And, of course, we do still have some of the limited edition 100th show t-shirts available for purchase. And actually, all the proceeds from now through December are going to benefit Christmas Cash for Kids. All right, let's get this Thursday started. Thank you to our show sponsor, We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make the whole thing easy. We Help You Move is veteran-owned and a supporter of the Frederick community, including supporting Good Morning Frederick. I've got some giveaways for you. Let's see what we've got. We've got 2 tickets to Troy Fest, which is September 7th. We've got 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs for you. We've got a 3-hour adventure ticket to Tree Trekkers and 4 tickets to any regular season Keys game. Just text those keywords, which are highlighted there. Just send them to 888-465-2944. Send one, send them all. We would love to give you those prizes for doing nothing but watching and texting. Sponsored by the Great Frederick Fair, coming September 13th to the 21st. Tickets are now on sale for all the live events, including Flo Rida, Bachman Turner Overdrive, Tracy Lawrence with Sarah Evans, Beach Boys, Riley Green, and Casting Crowns. They are all playing live at the Great Frederick Fair this year. You can get your tickets with more information at greatfrederickfair.com. And remember, do not buy tickets from anyone on social media. 90% of a chance, unless you know the people, that they are a scam. All right, Serina has been roasting beans and making coffee for several years now on North Market Street. I sat down with her not so long ago to find out how she went from law enforcement to coffee houses. Here she is, Serina Roy. I am here with Serina Roy at Dublin Roasters. You have created a space that has just, I don't know, has it exceeded your expectations?
Yes, indeed. Like exponentially whenever I drive into the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like parking on the lawn. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, the chiropractic store next door must be busy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh wait, it's not
It's
them.
you.
It's
you.
all of us. But yeah, it's neat. It's neat
Yeah,
to
it
see.
is. Continues to kind of morph and grow.
Yeah.
When you started, that you didn't have as much space.
Right.
What's next?
Oh my goodness. Well, as if this isn't enough, right? I mean, you know, last Saturday I did dishes for 3 hours.
Did you?
So yeah.
Living the
people
dream.
Yeah, people say, oh, when are you going to open your next store? I was like, are you out of your mind? I'm in like phase 3 of life. I don't know where you think I'm at, but that's not. I guess when people say, you know, what is next, they automatically think you need a second location.
Oh, yeah.
But
no.
that's like not kind of what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I'm looking at more of, you know, my love is in the people that are growing the beans.
Yes.
And so to think about it in that respect, I'd rather travel backwards and say, well, now we need a farm.
Right.
Now we need to
I was
watch
wondering
it
if that
from-
was coming.
Yeah, from growth all the way to the cup. And I
Yeah.
just think that would be just a super cool experience.
Have you always been passionate about coffee?
No, not always. I didn't, you know, growing up in New England, it's cold.
Yeah.
So people drink coffee all day, all night.
Okay.
But I did not fancy coffee so much until I had a child. And, you know, trying to keep up with her nighttime patterns, I found myself brewing a pot of coffee at night.
Okay.
And the only thing that really soothed her and put her back to sleep was just kind of us sitting there watching a basketball game. The white noise in the background.
Yeah.
So coffee and basketball.
Oh, that was it.
That was my nighttime
you're-
routine,
okay.
and I was hooked. So then I wanted better coffee.
Right.
And the tastes were like, I wanted fresh coffee, and I was in search of like better things to put in my body. So I was looking for, you know, roasters, which there weren't very many.
Okay.
You know, all we had was the Frederick Coffee Company.
Right.
And some ladies that owned that had one roaster, 3 stools, and it was at the fudge shop. So I went in there and I was just in love. So that's how I found my love for coffee.
Yeah. So you said, okay, hey, I think I can do a coffee shop.
Yeah. Well, no. No, the answer again, hell no. I did not want a coffee shop. So I was, you know, moving away from police work
Right.
and coffee roasting, and the wholesale was really picking up for me. So I kind of wasn't really keen on people back then. I know.
Thank
So
God it's changed.
When you're in that line of work, there's a lot of negative energy, and you soak in a lot of negative energy.
Yeah.
So for me, coffee
You've
roasting.
been peopled out.
Yeah,
You've been
coffee
peopled
roasting,
out.
a way to wring it out, get it out, let the stress go.
Yeah.
So the last thing I wanted to do was open a coffee shop. I was like, that's insane. What ended up happening was I moved here to this building, and the road didn't go through at the time when I moved here. So this wasn't, you know, people didn't travel this far north.
Right.
Which I was okay with.
Yeah.
So, but then, so I moved here, and I actually used this kind of as a woman cave.
Yeah.
So I roasted and did everything in the back, not open to the public. And I parked my car in here. I had a basketball hoop.
Did you really?
I had 2 pool tables, and we just had fun.
Yeah,
it
that
was
is
a cave
great
in
space.
here. So we had a good time.
Yeah.
And people would smell the coffee roasting, and they would be like, like banging. I smell coffee. Can I buy some?
Oh
And I
my
was
gosh.
like, we're not a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And then little at a time, it took a while for
Yeah.
me to really just say, hey, I can welcome people in this space.
Yeah.
And it took like 6 months for permits.
Yeah.
And the whole part that really helped was that a lot of people wanted to work with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you do? We love people, and we're
Yeah.
extroverts, and we love to do that. And so I've always really surrounded myself by a great staff.
Yeah.
And they have to be very self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Because I am not a management
Yeah,
person. I'm
yeah.
just not into that style.
Yeah.
I want people who just can manage
do,
themselves and
yeah.
enjoy coffee as much as I do.
Yeah.
And I think I found 22 people so far that just really love it.
And I will say this, every time I've been in here, your staff is awesome and amazing. And I
Yeah.
think giving people the freedom to kind of do, you're not holding them down and setting a ceiling and saying you got to stay in
Exactly.
this square. Like, I think they all are
That's what I
excellent. But
love
it's
about them, yeah.
a true testament to you that you can find 22 people like that, to be honest.
Yes.
Like, that's
Well,
stunning.
I mean, we've known how staffing has happened after COVID,
Yeah.
especially where that's not always easy. A lot of people are,
Right.
have really we've all experienced the trauma of
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
I've noticed, it's starting to get more of a levelness to it,
Yeah.
where people aren't just leaving or calling in sick a lot or things like that. So I think we're on the mend.
Yeah,
but,
that's great.
It's really a culture,
Yeah.
and they create the culture. The
Yeah.
staff creates the culture because they only want you. You're here 5 to 8 hours a day, and you
Yeah.
want to be surrounded by people that
Yeah.
are good for you
Exactly.
and good for the business. So.
Yeah. So, okay, so you got this space as you were you moved out the pool tables and
Moved
the
pool
basketball
table,
hoop.
stopped parking in here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the city gave me a permit to be a coffee shop.
Nice.
And a roastery, which
Yeah.
is really a whole segment because there aren't a lot of places that do that.
Yeah.
So it kind of had to pave the way
Yeah, and so that means you get your beans.
from all over the
They're
world.
and they're
Yeah.
just fresh, and
Yep.
and then you have to roast them
Yes.
and then make them into coffee.
Exactly. So
Okay.
they're fresh grown.
Yeah.
Imported, exported over to the U.S. I
Yeah.
have them trucked in to this facility. And then we have a hot air roaster. It's like
Yeah.
a giant popcorn
It
machine.
is, yeah.
And recently, so our other machine is Poppy, and she's 50.
Oh wow.
So she's tired.
Yeah.
So I got a
I don't
new
blame
roaster.
Poppy.
Poppy's tired. But she's gonna live on. So
Yeah.
we got a new roaster.
When did you start traveling overseas to check out where the beans were grown and the families
Yeah.
that were growing them? Because I know you're very passionate about fair trade and all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
when did that start?
Let's see. Well, when I was started with the canine division, you ended up accruing a little bit more vacation time because it
Okay.
was extra work to be with the dog. So
Right.
I would find myself with like longer weekends, long vacations. So in addition, to just ordering coffee and not visiting, I started little trips to like Mexico,
Okay.
where you could have a vacation
Yeah.
and some beans.
Yeah.
And then the next was Peru. So then I just got the bug after a couple of countries and just seeing how it all worked. So, we have pictures kind of displaying. I've been to
Yeah.
Colombia. A trip over here on the wall that you can't see just now
Yeah.
is from Ecuador.
Yeah.
Just got back from Costa Rica 2 weeks ago, where we had a very cool tasting with an indigenous tribe that has grown coffee forever on their land.
Unreal.
And got to make pottery with them. So they just jazz me up because
Yeah.
if you're ever in a lull, it'll revive you about what you do
Yeah.
when you go and see where it's grown. And they're as passionate as I am about brewing it, roasting it, as they are as about growing
Yeah.
it and cultivating that, lifestyle. So.
Well, and what a great feeling for you to have that experience, bring their product here, and then share it with people here in Frederick. I mean, that's really a cool conduit that you become, you know, where you're sharing that culture and that cultivation, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Anything other than just kind of keeping things low key on the horizon for you that you think? Retirement anytime?
No. That's a dirty word. What would I do?
Yeah,
oh gosh,
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't, you know, I see when you say retirement, what I think about is I just want to have more freedom to do more things out and about.
Yeah.
And that to me is retirement, is getting, and if you really love what you're doing, it's
every
like,
day is a gift, right?
And it
sure.
sounds cliche, but it's like if I didn't love what I did, I would absolutely leave it right away and find a different hat.
Yeah, same.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same for me. So that's exactly,
you know,
that
there's
is
tons
the
of
truth.
hats out there.
There are tons. Yeah.
And there's a lot of things you can do. So as long as I still love it, you know, I want to keep doing it at some aspect,
level, right?
even if it's. I don't know if it's police work, but I hate schedules. For me, what's on the horizon is to just be able to roam freely about.
Yeah.
And
Is there
I love
any
that.
country you haven't visited yet that's on your bucket list?
You know, there's so many places I still want to go, and I know I won't be able to visit them all.
Yeah.
But Hawaii has escaped me for a while. I'd love to see Vietnam.
Yeah.
They make some really amazing coffee. So just wherever the wind blows, wherever people look me up and say, "Hey, come visit my farm."
You're like, hey,
I'm
happy
like,
to.
you don't have to ask me twice.
Yeah, exactly. Now you do a lot. You give so much back to the community. I'm always appreciative every time I've contacted you. You've said, sure, what can I do? Which I love. But you do a lot of coffees for fundraisers and things like that. How has that affected the business in a way, or affected you in a way that you are able to have an impact with what your product is and actually helping and giving back?
Yeah, that part is a couple of things that have hit me on that realm. I really did miss police work, some of the aspects, and it was really about what can you do in your community to like bring people up, and that was something I got to do. And being the queen of the business and the company, there's no red tape. So I always get to say, sure, okay, and that sounds fun anyway. And then you just make it happen.
Yeah.
I learned through COVID that when we shut down, I had so many people come and support me. You did this fundraiser for me. You gave me these beans. You helped with Safe and Sane. You just 1,000 people. And I was so inspired and grateful that I chose to just do that and not look at the bottom line all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it feels good.
It does feel good, yeah.
But it also says that, you know, what you put out there definitely comes back.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing way. I didn't think that I could afford anything, but that was marketing that was invaluable.
Yes, when you're you know, so pure-hearted and good, and you really are so generous, that I'm so glad that you've been able to experience the comeback now.
Being a mom and having to do those fundraisers for like swim team and baseball and softball and all that stuff, I remember, you know, having to sell pizzas and cheese and wrapping paper. And I thought to myself, there's got to be an easier way. So creating the coffee fundraisers was just, I wanted to make it as easy for people as possible. So all you have to do is send me the logo, a blurb about what you're trying to raise money for. And it's so simple. It's just a link I send you, and you can share to everybody you know, which really helps us out marketing-wise, because we gain those customers for life. And it's something people want.
And it is something they want. That's right. Yeah. Well, look, if you haven't been to Dublin Roasters, you must come. It's a great place just to hang out, meet with friends, maybe a Hadaway challenge every now and then. That's a little Rotary thing. But come and support Serina and her team. They just have supported this community from day one, and we hope you're around. Well, this place is around for a long time to come. We hope you're out traveling somewhere.
I'll be somewhere, and I'll catch you around here for a cup of coffee. So thank you.
All right, until next time.
Well, my very first interview ever done was with Sandra with Candles by BNL. And I actually had to revisit this interview. And one thing I never said at the time, because it was the first one I ever ran, was that the audio on my main camera did not record. But for some reason, I had my second phone running and captured the audio. My brother, thankfully, put everything together, and we got what you're going to see right now. Excited to talk to Sandra today. You've got a candle company. Tell us a little bit about your candle company. I love these. And adorable. Tell me a little bit about how you started this.
Hi, my name is Sandra. We started this like last year, and like looking for something that I want to do. Like as a mom, I have 2 kids, and my husband and I, we decided to do candles. Well, I'm the one.
Did you decide?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. And Marlon is off camera now. He's the business guy, right?
Yeah.
And you're the creative mind.
Yes.
And it is called B&L Candles.
Yes.
And so you started looking at TikTok and, looking to make an income from home while your children were young. Now, how old are your kids?
Brian. Brianna is 7 and Liam is 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's nice when you have your own business that you have a little bit of flexibility on being able to be here for your children as well. So that was important to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
To do something for them, like they want to grow up one day, and I want them to say, "Oh, my mom do something for us, for our family." Yes.
Yeah, teaching your kids, I think, about entrepreneurship, that it's possible and that it is, attainable. It's an attainable future. I think that's a huge lesson for children. So you watched some TikToks, and you started formulating, and you were initially just doing this for yourself.
Yes, I was doing it for me, for our home. So I say, I want to do this big. Like, I want to sell candles. And I talked to my husband and say, hey, why don't we have a business, like sell candles? And here we are.
Yeah.
We have so many candles right now that
you do. So what's the biggest seller? Which one is the biggest?
The biggest seller is this one that I have over here. I call Margarita cup.
Uh-huh.
Yes. It has flowers, and I do a lot of things, and then like I put my effort and everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's kind of obviously not just poured. You do molds, and then you put all of that together.
Yes.
And you sell these currently on your website.
Yes.
Which is what, bnhcandles.com?
It's a AAA Candles by B&L.
Okay, candles by BNL.com.
Yes.
Right. And so people can order online, plus you're out at local events. You set up a table and you sell direct, yeah?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're gonna be there hopefully at the end of this month.
Okay.
It's gonna be our first time, so
Yes.
hopefully everything goes right.
That's really great for the kids. That's what I did, is I used to put my kids to work when I owned my company, and they learned how to count money and deal with customers and learn all about the business side of things, which is fantastic knowledge for them to have. So what's your most popular scent?
Well, it's that mango and coconut.
Okay.
And caramello apple.
Oh, yeah.
Are the one, so the most.
Yes.
But I have lavender and so many other fragrances.
Yes. Right now, so when people order online, like, are there any discounts or specials if they order so many, or tell us a little bit about that process?
Yes, we have got the 10%, and if you order online.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Tell me, like, one thing you would want people to know about this company for you.
Is I make everything with love, and I do it for my children and my husband, and I want this to go big, like one day.
Yes.
Yes. And I tell everybody not to quit on whatever your dreams have, because it's something that if you want to do it, you can do it.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. What is your goal for 2024? Like, what would you like this business to achieve by the end of this year?
Well, we like to have our own, open our own business, like outside
store?
House. Yes.
Okay.
At a store, yes.
Okay.
And hopefully one day, I'll be there.
So what would it take to get there for you?
Well, sell a lot of candles.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, are you talking like, is it 1,000 units a month? Is it, do you know like what that is? Or is that kind of Marlon is?
Well, my husband is the one who's behind.
Yes.
That everything. He's
the money guy.
Yes.
He's the money guy.
I'm a maker only.
That's great. So you keep making, right?
Yes.
What do you have any ideas for what's to come, like either in design or scents or anything like for the rest of this year?
Well, I'm always innovating on something new, like always being looking for different things, like what is new in the market, so that way I can educate myself and bring something new.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys moved to Frederick, you said just about 7 years ago or so.
Yes, we used to live in here in 2008, and then I married a guy over there.
Okay. Nice.
Yes, in 2008.
Okay.
Yes, and so now we are 15 years together.
Very nice. So where were you guys living before when you guys met?
I live in Virginia.
Okay.
And yes, he was in the Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
And then he was a great guy. So
yeah, still is. I think not was. Still is.
Still a great guy. Yes. Sorry, I'm so nervous.
It's okay. She doesn't need to be nervous, right?
It's my first time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, first of many, I'm sure. So we can relax. So what do you think of Frederick?
It's nice. I like it. It's a great place. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got a lot of great opportunities, I think, for people just like you, right? Entrepreneurs who are working to the next thing. Is there anything else that you want? We've got holidays coming up and things like that. Is there anything you want to make sure people know about before we finish up?
Yes, that we have like so many great ideas for candles that I have over here. I have something like this.
I'll hold this.
Yes, thank you. And I have a flower one.
Oh, very nice.
For Mother's Day.
Yeah.
The way people can buy something
for
your mom.
Yeah.
It's a special gift that you can give.
Okay, so if they're local, can they pick up? Is that an opportunity?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're local in Frederick, you can order candles by BNL.com, and we'll make sure and have that on the screen as well.
Yes.
So they can order and they can select to pick up.
Yes.
They're located just right near Route 40, kind of Butterfly Lane area, which is right in Frederick, very convenient. And I'm sure we're going to see you out at events throughout the year. Hopefully. And and we really, really do wish you all the success. We hope you're making candles 24/7 and that you're hugely successful and get that storefront that you guys want. And that is definitely possible. All right. We want to thank Sandra and, of course, Marlon, who's off camera now. Candles by BNL.com. Check them out.
Quick break, then we're back with the top 3 things some of my guests love about Frederick. I'd love to hear your responses as well. Plus, Nick from We Help You Move and Ashley from Tree Trekkers.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shattered family beyond compare.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
ANS Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and it's right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They also do windows and gutters and can build you a new patio or deck or repair one you've got already. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Right now, you can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. And also, I bet Sandra is awesome. If you want to repair a deck or patio, I bet she'll pass along that $50 off to you because you're a Good Morning Frederick viewer and she loves this show. Call Sandra at A&S Construction now. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It's Birria Thursday at Taco Bar at West Point Plaza on Route 40. Birria is slow-cooked shredded beef served a variety of ways. The most common one is on tacos with melted cheese and paired with consommé, which is that beef broth made from the same birria juices. You can get a birria taco, queso birria, pizza birria, torta birria, birria fries, and more. Remember, this special is only available on Thursdays at Taco Bar. You can find everything Frederick calendar at promocircus.com. I just wanted to highlight some big events coming up this weekend. On Saturday, Blue Crabs and Blueprints to benefit Habitat for Humanity. Now, you can't order your crabs now, but you can purchase an admission ticket and visit the food trucks, listen to the band, and check things out. That event is from 4 to 8 p.m. at Walkersville Fire Carnival Grounds. And also on Saturday, it is the Common Market Co-op's 50th anniversary party. Now that runs from noon to 3. I'm also going to stop out there and check it out. They always have freebies, lots of samples from some of the vendors, and they usually have some music playing and lots of fun for the family. So if you've ever wanted to check out Common Market, Saturday is a great day to do it. And then on Sunday, you can head to Baker Park for the summer concert series. My friends at WFRE will be there at 5 broadcasting live, and music starts at 7. All right, I asked some friends, what are the top 3 things you love about Frederick? And this is what they said.
Oh, I would say the people. We have had great experiences. We've moved to a new neighborhood and it's been fantastic. All of the teachers in Frederick County, just the people are wonderful. Let's see, wineries, big fan of wineries. We have some really great ones around here. And then nature. I mean, there's a lot of really great parks and hiking and streams. So as a family, we enjoy doing that.
Top 3 things I love about Frederick. I love the community. I always say, I work in another county, but I always say this county is so amazing at giving back. I can call anyone in any area and if they can't help me, they know someone that can. So I love that. 2, this is an amazing place to raise family. Whatever your issues are with Frederick or whether you love it or not, one thing, I feel safe with my family here, and that is something very rewarding for me today. And the third thing is I love the growth. I love that we never stop trying to find ways to solve the problems in Frederick County, and we work together to do it. So that's rewarding.
Top 3 things I love about Frederick is you get a lot of local owned businesses that are specifically made for Frederick. So you're going to find the fun Frederick things, but you're going to find the unique things as well. Like you're going to get the most delicious chocolates at Perfect Truffle. You're going to if you're a knitter, you can get the most amazing supplies over at Magpie. And if you want something that's treasure forever, you can go to Frederick Made or Metro. It's got everything you could possibly need. The food is amazing. That's probably 5. I'm so sorry.
You're good. I love the community. The sense of community, that you go places and you see people that you know, and that you just turn up. You go to the grocery store. You just wherever you are, there's going to be people. I love how relatively small town it feels. I grew up in New York, I grew up in Brooklyn, and I was just telling somebody this story the other day. I mean, I've been to Yankee Stadium and Shea Stadium. Oh, sorry, now it's Citi Field. And, you know, the first time that we were here, and actually my parents were visiting, and we went to the stadium, I was like, oh, look how cute that is. It's just like so adorable. Look at this little stadium, and they're like throwing things into the stands, and there's, you know, I like, see, it all comes under community again. It's just, I mean, the people who are really engaged. During the pandemic, when the philanthropists were all pooling their resources together with one application for grants that were coming in, and they were dividing the grants. If they couldn't do a whole grant, another person picked it up, another group picked it up, and they got the money turned around and got it out. People are willing to be flexible and understand that situations change, and that everybody's got the greater good, for the most part, you know, as they're in the best interest of everybody else. I think that also comes into community. We've lived here for a lot of years. I mean, we've lived here for almost 30 years. Loved the school system. When my son went to public school and went through the school system, and it did right by him. As a practitioner in the community, doing private practice until 2013. I loved my patients. Who I still see, even though it's been 11 years since I you know, was practicing, who I still see around the community and you know, talk to me and see me and tell me how terrible it is that I'm not practicing anymore. And, I mean, it's just this positive, you know, feedback.
Yeah.
You know.
The collaboration that we have, and that goes with community partners, with entities, businesses, city, county. The collaboration is unparalleled that we have. And everyone across, I know the state of Maryland is jealous of what we have.
Yeah.
And that's what makes us what we are, quite frankly. What's good for one is good for everyone. We get behind different initiatives and things like that. I think the fact that we have kept our history and our architecture in place, again, not only here in downtown Frederick, but across, we need to keep that. That makes us so special. And the last thing is just, I've been here 20 years. It was 20 years ago this year that I first came to Frederick. And we have come so far in 20 years and what we've become. And it's just so special every day to see people, to talk to people, to be around Frederick and to know what we've become.
Do you call Frederick home now?
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
So when you leave, you say, I'm going home to Frederick, not to like San Diego or
no. And I
places
did live in San Diego. I'm actually from the Boston area.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where I'm from originally.
Yeah.
So, but I've lived one step ahead.
Yeah.
You know, I've lived all over the country and in the Midwest and things like that.
Yeah.
So we have it.
Yeah.
We have that special.
We do.
Whatever it is, we have
got it. That special
now
sauce.
we special sauce.
Yes,
now we need to keep it.
Yes, we need to keep it.
But I think we have the leadership in place.
Number one, I'd say it's beautiful. Frederick's an amazingly beautiful county to be in, and city. It's spectacular. I think it's probably the best area in Maryland, if you ask me. Number two, the people. I've met so many incredible people who just love Frederick. They're passionate about what happens there, and they want to give back, and that everybody's kind of inviting. And then I guess the last one I would say is unity. Everybody's unified in the sense of there's not much division. Sure that people don't always see eye to eye, but for the most part you can see the community come together to do work, and they want to be together, and they want to do things to make it a better place. So maybe that's my top three. I don't know.
What would you say to that question? What are the top 3 things you love about Frederick? Feel free to email me or leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, quick break, then we're back with Nick from We Help You Move and Ashley from Tree Trekkers.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
This segment of Market Makers is sponsored by CK Nails, your full-service nail and spa salon offering manicures, pedicures, facials, waxing, eyelash extensions, and more. Go to cknailsfrederick.com where you can get pricing, book your appointment, and see a full list of services. They are located right on Monocacy Boulevard. Quick trip from Mormon's Mill all the way through to Route 40. cknailsfrederick.com. Nick has been a huge supporter of this program from minute one. He said he was in to help, and I love the fact that he has a moving company that's been around since the 90s, but he's been in the moving business since the 80s, and he still lugs huge boxes everywhere. And to this day, I've never seen somebody who can pack a truck full of boxes like he can. Here's Nick from We Help You Move. All right, very excited. Today I am here with Nicholas from We Help You Move. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, Dani. Thank you for having us.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about, you guys have been around for quite a while.
Yes.
And you move people all over the place.
Yes. Started back in the 80s, helping a friend move and kind of began to enjoy it. So
who likes moving? That's that in and of itself.
Well, you have to look at it from our perspective versus
Yeah.
your perspective. With your perspective, you have to pack all your belongings up.
Yeah.
That's what people do not like. So we
Yeah.
have a full packing service as well.
Yeah, I love
Plug.
it.
So so when we come in and pack, we have no memories there.
Yeah.
Our job is to put it in
Just
a
to
box
get it in and go.
and seal it and transport it safely.
Yeah.
We also unpack.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so I liked it for the workout. I came off a farm in Kansas.
Yeah.
So I'm good to physical work.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. And when I got into the business, as I said, on a fluke, I was getting ready to move, complaining about it, about having to load my van up, run it over and unload it, which is called a rabbit run nowadays. And so a guy said, hey, I have a truck, we can do this in one load if you come out on Saturday and give me a hand. That was in April of '87.
Still
So,
here today.
yeah, here we are, a few years later.
Yeah.
And still enjoying it. I enjoy being a problem solver every day.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they do not like to move.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is we're solving problems. I brought the quality off the farm, so we move with quality, competence, and care, because we understand that this is your life we're moving, just not your furniture.
Yeah.
So we do the same thing you do when you're packing. You're putting these little objects in a box, make sure it's tight so it doesn't move when you pick it up. We're doing the same thing, but our three-dimensional puzzle is a little bigger than yours.
Yes.
And our pieces are bigger.
Yeah.
So we just have to be a little more careful coming down the stairwell, wrap that banister so if it does touch it, it just slides, right down the banister instead of leaves a mark.
Yeah.
So it's just, I've enjoyed it. As you said, I've got to travel a lot. I've been to 47 out of the 48 continental U.S.
That's pretty wild.
I haven't been to Montana. Not many people move to Montana.
Yeah.
7-Eleven's 3 hours away.
Yeah.
How you gonna get your Slurpee?
Yeah. So what would you say has been the biggest challenge of owning this business since the 80s to today?
Well, I don't think there's really challenges because we're a company of solutions.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's been a great ride. I mean, I've been to the Grand Canyon a couple times. We help out a lot of charities. We've been with one for like 23 years. We're with the Alzheimer's Association. Now everybody's teleworking, so we don't have as many events as we used to have, where we used to be busy on all summer with helping other nonprofits, and kind of miss that.
Yeah.
But I don't really foresee any challenges that we've went through.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. What do you hope is a goal you hope to achieve this year
with We Help You Move? Is there any particular milestone you're trying to get to, or?
I'd like to get to Montana.
Okay. All right. So if you have friends or family moving to or from Montana anywhere, please contact Nick and We Help You Move. Is there any one thing you'd like people to know about your company before we check out?
Well, we're a rare breed because we look beyond the customer. I try to stay steps ahead of the customer as far as, you know, how do I relieve your anxiety? And the first thing I think of would be if when you're getting ready to move, get a roll of blue painter's tape or something like that. And as you walk through the room, if something is not going with you, put some blue painter's tape on it. So the next time you walk into the room, oh my God, I don't have to remember this anymore. and it begins to lower your anxiety.
It's a great tip.
If it's going to multiple people, go out to one of your office supply stores and get a package of the
dots.
Little colored dots that you use on yard sales.
Yeah.
And give the blue one to your son, the red one to your daughter, the green one, you know, that's going to the Restore or is going to the Salvation Army. And then create a history list on a blank piece of paper what each color dot goes to. And just let your family members and other people go around and put it on there too. That way you know what they're getting, and you know it solves a lot of issues as far as, especially when someone passes and they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's no big deal if you have two different colors on the lamp. That means a part of your family is going to have to come together and figure this out.
Yeah.
But at least it's not, as you're walking around marking it, you're not getting into squabbles at that point.
Yeah, great tips.
So,
I think we could do like an entire podcast on moving tips because it's so stressful. And if you can relieve any of that stress during this time, you know, it's great to have a mover that will pack you up, move you, and unpack you on the other end. If you need that sort of help, Nick and the guys can do it for sure. WeHelpYouMove.com, right? The U. WeHelpYouMove.com.
Letter U.
Letter U.
And you will not find us under Move Brigade. We got this designation through Homes for Our Troops.
Yeah.
So don't look up Move Brigade. We help you move.
We help you move. All right. We thank you so much for joining us. We hope for another 40 years of great business here in Frederick and around the country.
Everybody moves.
Everybody moves.
Everybody moves.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dani.
This segment of Market Makers is sponsored by Candles by B&L, specializing in handcrafted soy wax scented candles. Using only the finest ingredients, these candles are free from harmful chemicals. Candles by B&L is woman, minority, and veteran owned. At Candles by B&L, their goal is to light up your mood one candle at a time. Go to candlesbybnl.com. Ashley from Tree Trekkers is a great friend and huge supporter again of all things Frederick, involved in the community and wanting to do great things not only for Tree Trekkers, but for Frederick. Here she is, Ashley from Tree Trekkers.
I am here with Ashley, the site manager, marketing director for Tree Trekkers. Beautiful place to be today. Yes. Our original, I'll just say this, we were supposed to record, I think last week, and went in the pouring down rain, or the week before. So this is a beautiful day to be at Tree Trekkers, but every day is. Thank you so much for taking the time today. You know, I've had a relationship with Tree Trekkers since it opened.
Yes.
And it's fabulous to see the growth and the improvements and all of that. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So for people who don't know, give them kind of the brief synopsis of what Tree Trekkers is.
Yeah. Part of our mission was actually to protect forests in Frederick County. It's rapidly developing here. We know it's lots of families are coming in, which is great, but then we're also losing wilderness because of that. So we wanted to incorporate a family recreation activity while saving trees.
Okay.
So we are on 30 acres of protected forest. So as long as Tree Trekkers is here, we will have 30 acres of forest for future generations to enjoy.
Awesome.
And then the course itself, it's a high ropes course or challenge course. It sits on 7. It's one of the largest high ropes courses in the country.
Wow,
yes, so
I did not know that.
Yes, so
Okay.
it's a very big course.
Yeah.
We have 16 trails and 8 difficulty levels. 14 are like the challenge course trails. They have different obstacles and elements and zip lines, and then we have 2 full zip line trails.
Yeah, and you've added the over the driveway, which is very cool. That came in that last year?
Yep.
Yeah,
so last year we added, so our most popular course was Red River Run, which is a zip line around the park. So last year we added Delta Dash, which goes over the driveway.
Yeah, that's
it's
pretty
very
cool.
Yes.
That is very cool. So I have actually done the course, well, a couple of them, not the hard ones. She zooms through all these places, but I mean, it's fun. It's exhilarating. It's a workout. Yes. I think I was sore for 3 days after doing it because your mind is so focused on so many other things that you don't realize what you're doing. But there is a course for every level.
Yes.
Every level. If you've never done it, don't panic. There are some courses that are fun and exhilarating, but much easier. And then there's some courses for those experts,
yes,
who have climbed everything as well.
So it's kind of like a ski slope. You have like your bunny slopes, your
Yeah.
easy slopes, and then you work your way up to beginner, intermediate, advanced, all the way up to that double black diamond trail.
Yeah. What is the youngest age?
We recommend 8 and older. We will take starting with age 4 to 7. Do need adult to climb with them. That's going to be our little foot combo ticket. That ticket comes with an adult climber and one youth climber, age 4 to 7.
Okay.
And then 8 and up don't need an adult. So if you're not into climbing, you can still come sit. I had a gentleman sitting on his laptop working this weekend. I was like, if you have to work, you might as well do it in a beautiful forest
That's
while
right.
your kids are climbing.
Yeah. So this is a great place for groups and team
Yes.
building, companies, if they, that you have the opportunity to bring your team and get a pavilion
Yep.
and have, a gathering. So you guys open in 20, right?
At the end of 2019 and then 2020.
2019. Since that time has been kind of the best thing about the business here.
Our initial best highlight, Jessie Graff came and climbed with us. So American Ninja Warrior has been here. She's been on our American Ninja Warrior double black diamond course with me.
Wow.
So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
She's been here twice, but the first time was just with her family.
Okay.
And then she came in and did an appearance for
Nice.
us. So
Yeah.
that was pretty exciting. So that was early on. 2021, we started our Climbing for a Cause fundraiser.
Right. Yes.
So that's exciting. So we do love giving back to the community. So we did one for the Arc of Washington County, and then we've done 2 for Relay for Life.
Yeah.
And then this year we have Girls on the Run coming up on May 11th,
Yeah.
and then another one August 17th for Relay for Life.
Yeah.
This year they're going to be even bigger. So we've got food trucks. We have McClintock Distilling that's going to be here. We have cornhole tournament, and then we'll have raffles as well. So it's going to be a
Fun.
pretty fun day.
Yeah, and what a great way. And I will say this, personal experience, you guys are extraordinarily generous with local organizations, not only giving away tickets and donating them to causes, but hosting events for people to fundraise and finding a way to make it all work. And you guys have been extraordinary. Day one to now for that, for sure. You are really an integral part of the community. You've kind of woven yourself into everything. And I mean, I think you feel like that you guys are where you expected to be at this point in the journey, or?
Well, that's a tough one because
Yeah.
we did have COVID, so which
Yeah.
I think threw off everyone's
Yeah.
business trajectory. So I don't really consider us because we're in year 5, but
Right.
I would say it's
Really?
more like in a business plan wise, it's more like year 3 because
right.
COVID kind of threw everything off.
Yes.
So year 3, yes, I think it's going well. Year 5, it's like all right, we would have expected to
I
be
knew
ahead a little bit
everything.
more.
Yeah.
But I do think this year, I think it's the year the company picnic does come back. We've had a couple different companies call, so we do have a great location for company picnics. Like Dani said, we have the pavilions, we have cornhole, we have ground games available, so not everybody in your company wants to climb. There's a lot of stuff for them to do on the ground. It's a beautiful park, and then the experience itself really encourages a lot of team bonding and organic communication.
It is for sure. And it's funny because I climbed, I think one time, I think I've done it twice. One time was with Brian, my coworker, and it was just quite funny, both of us, just how we responded to what was happening. And It is ton of fun. Even if you've never climbed, even if you're afraid of heights, I encourage you. It's a very secure system. I encourage you to just try it. Right?
And if you scroll through our Instagram, I'm pretty sure you can still find Dani when she was. Yes.
Yes.
So if you want to see Dani ziplining,
That's
it's on
right.
there.
Yeah. What is one thing you'd want people to know about tree trekkers that they may not already?
That's a good question. So I would say talk a lot about it, but we do support our local small businesses. That's part of our mission. Our mission is get off the screen and into the green, but another part of that is really supporting our small local business community, making sure we're shopping local, we're supporting local. We're making sure that the politicians we vote for are sticking by their word when they say they're supporting small local business. So I think just encouraging people to check in with your small local business owners, see how things are going, see how policies affect them, how certain taxes are affecting them, and overall how they're doing. So again, supporting the local nonprofit community and the local business community is a big part of what we do.
Yeah, and that is the core of kind of this whole show, right? The show is to highlight businesses, nonprofits, people of Frederick that you may not even be familiar with, because there's even some that I didn't know, which is crazy to me actually. But at the same time, offering the community ways to support them that even don't cost money. And so, like I say all the time, sharing people's social media posts, putting it on your own timeline, saying this is a great business that supports our community. Please get out there if you'd like to participate. If you know your company is planning something or a fundraiser is going to happen, suggest places like Tree Trekkers. All of that, really goes to support, because you guys employ a lot of our young people.
Yes.
Every summer you've got high schoolers, college age, coming back to work, which obviously helps you, but helps them. And it's we don't want this land to go away because you guys aren't here, right? So one of the best ways to do that is not to wait until somebody says we're closing and you say, oh gosh, I loved that place. Support while they're wide open. Okay, so you guys are now open fully?
So we're open Friday through Sunday right now.
Okay.
We're available Tuesday through Sunday for groups, school field trips, company picnics, and then if school's out, we typically have our day camp that runs, and then we have general admission tickets on days Frederick County's out of school. We also have our homeschool days. I'm gonna have you check the website for those because there's a couple of them and I don't know every date. And those are $35 tickets, so you get the same rate at homeschool that our school groups and nonprofits would get during the week. And then it's the same rate too if you have a homeschool group, a co-op that wants to come on a different day, and you would organize that, and we would give you that same rate for that as well. And then once school is out, we'll be open Tuesday through Sunday for the summer.
Okay, awesome. It's, I think, what do you think the biggest stigma is about tree trekkers? What do you think is keeping people from lining up every day you're open?
Honestly, I think it's we might be like one of the best kept secrets in Frederick.
I think so. Yeah, I think
and so trying to get the word out. Again, small businesses, you don't have a lot of money for marketing, so we go to a lot of events where boots on the ground. But like Dani said, even if you're maybe climbing's not your thing, but you want to support small business, sharing it on Facebook, following them, doing a review. Just spreading the word is super. It's free and it goes. It does so much for your small local business community.
Yes, it does. I try to implore people, and I know it sounds like you're just kind of preaching the same lines over and over, but it's huge for us, because when we can show that engagement is happening, not only are we able to utilize that, but certainly the search engines utilize that quite heavily. So that's a big thing. So if a mom comes with her kids who are over 8, she can just chill?
Yes.
And
so we have walking paths under the course, so she can walk, she can take photos. We have Adirondack chairs, so she can go sit in a corner and read a book and not, and just have some alone time. So you kind of be as involved or not as involved as you want to be. You just can't leave the property. You just have to.
It's not a drop and go.
Yes. With day camp you can, summer camps you can, but if you're just coming to climb, there's a lot of spots you can find in the park to sit and have a picnic, read a book. Or again, you can walk. We've had moms come and do their own exercise routine while the kids are climbing, walk up and down the driveway. I don't know who would want to do that, but there are people that do it.
And one thing you should know, there you have people along the course the whole way. Should somebody need assistance or any of that, right?
Yes, so our experience is self-guided, but we do have staff stationed around the park. All you have to do is yell staff and somebody will be there to assist you. And we take you through a pretty extensive training and allow you to practice before you start climbing. So there's staff kind of every points of your journey, but once you get up and climbing, it is a self-guided experience.
Yeah, it is self-guided, yeah. You're not going to have like Ashley right behind you like I did, or zooming in front of you like I also did. But
you can rent a private guide though. So if that's something you want, that is an option. You can rent a private guide.
I did not know that.
Yes.
All right. Another big thing you guys do here, birthday parties.
Yes.
Big thing.
Yes.
So how does that look or work?
Sure. So we have a couple of different party package options to choose from. Our premium party package comes with its own pavilion rental. So you get your own private pavilion, 10 tickets. It comes with a party host, and then each pavilion rental, each party is 4 hours in length. So you have time to kind of set up your pavilion, climb, and then to do like pizza, cake, or presents, or whatever you want, hang out in the pavilion afterwards, which I think is kind of unique to Tree Trekkers, because a lot of places, I think you get your space for like an hour or 2 hours, which you have a full 4 hours in your party space. So it's a very relaxed experience. And again, you have that party host. So it's one of those things you can be as involved in your party or not involved as you want. We'll order food from El Forno's from you. The pizza place delivers. But the party host can pretty much take care of everything you need, or if you don't, if you're more independent, it's up to you.
That's
so
great.
They're like the 5-star party experience.
That is great. When you have young kids and you're trying to wrangle 20 or whatever, 10 kids around, that's great to have somebody to help you. Is there anything else that we've forgotten that we haven't ticked off the box yet?
So we do have a couple new party options coming. So we have a graduation party package, and then we're going to start offering a bachelorette party package as well. So that's coming. It does not include alcohol. That comes afterwards. But you will get a fun Tree Trekkers tumbler to take with you to your next spot.
I love it.
So we do have that come in, and then we have a couple of Scout service projects we're going to start offering this year as well.
Excellent. Look, there is always something fantastic happening at Tree Trekkers. Check them out on the web, treetrekkersmd.com. You can book your tickets, sign your waivers, do your party planning, get your package, whatever you need. And if you have any questions, you can always contact the staff here. They're amazing, and they will take great care of you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dani.
Coming up tomorrow, more look backs over the last 100 shows. Tomorrow, you can catch Dream Free Art and Miss Tina Harper. That is a great place. Plus, Antietam World Travel Service and Pulling for Veterans, an organization supporting our local veterans utilizing trailers. It's kind of cool. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Be sure you subscribe and like. We love the comments as well. We're shooting for 1,000 YouTube subscribers by September. If you can help do that, we're so appreciative. We hope you enjoy the program each day and are always open to hearing your suggestions for what we can do. All right, Frederick, let's get out there. Let's do what we know how. Let's be great.
From down